how is it and why is it that we individually desire and strive for certain very important goals for ourselves, but at the same time we design systems that are far from what we really want.
As a country, we need to measure sustainability, we need to measure equality, we need to measure social indicators, we need to measure a whole index of things in order to have a valuable set of information that can tell us how we're really doing.
Some of the statistics, the data out there is showing a pretty unhealthy and unhappy society. We're incarcerating so many people, and we have major addiction issues, and we're not nice to each other. There's abuse. I mean, the data is terrifying. The systems that we're living in now have been designed by us, but we've designed them based on valuing growth and valuing economic activity. We have decided things were important, and then we develop systems around them. So that conversation about what's important maybe hasn't happened for a while, and now may be the time to have that conversation deeply and richly and persistently again until we have a new set of indicators that reflects what matters so that our systems can be redesigned to meet those values. What gross national happiness does is it looks at how various things contribute to happiness and then tries to measure those things. And some of those things are our physical health, our psychological health, our spiritual health, our environment and its health and our relationship to it, how we use our time, how our governing structures operate.
We need to look at all the domains in our life and make sure that there's some balance there.
I think there are a lot of people who would like to think happiness is a fluffy thing, something that's so variable and so subjective. How could we possibly use it as any measurement of whether we're doing things the right way or not? Well, what else would you use as a basic indicator of how well a community is doing? Are people happy? Do they feel safe? Do they feel like they can go out and do what they want to do? That's just basic, essential, good living.
We know what to do to make healthcare work. We know what to do to reanimate the food supply so that it's healthy. There are so many answered questions that we could spend the next 50 years simply working on what we already know.
The preservation of our ag lands, the preservation of our forests, the preservation of recreational opportunities that by themselves don't have easily measured economic value until they're lost, those need to be captured. So as things change over time, if you're losing a resource, you need to include that with consumption.
Linda and I are on what we're calling the Happiness Walk. The intention is to walk all around the country to talk to people about what matters most in life. Hi! This is Paula. Oh! Hi!
There are just certain human rights that everyone is entitled to, like a home. And
Right.
water, clean water,
Right.
and healthcare, and
Right.
education.
Yeah, I think we can agree with that one.
What is meaningful life? I'm kind of evolving this idea of it's a celebration of food and friends and family.
To me, family, and the community here is family, and to bring the ability for our youth to continue this community.
The Happiness Walk is not just about sharing a message or learning from people about what matters, but it's about how do we take what we're learning and act on that to create a better place for all people, a better place that serves the planet.
What we're discovering and why we want to make this movie is because this conversation that we're having on the road that is reflecting a common set of values that has a tremendous power should be happening at every dining room table and in every coffee shop around the country, in every movie theater, and every park bench. And we would like to make this movie to inspire conversation about what really matters in life, because that should drive decisions in our communities, in our businesses, in our organizations, in our government.
And we would like you to be a part of that by making a donation and contributing to the making of this documentary.
We will be taking it on a cross-country tour. We'll be sharing it with as many people as possible, as many groups as possible. We'll make it available to schools, to legislatures, to community groups. We'll make it available to businesses, wherever it can trigger conversation about what matters and hopefully lead to action.